Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and we're going to be taking a look at a pretty interesting little knife that I recently picked up on Amazon. I was actually just kind of searching around for other things, and this was suggested to me, and I'll share with you the reason why I ended up picking it up. It was, again, not something that I was looking for. It was just like a suggestion. I looked through some of the reviews and stuff like that, and I decided to pick it up, throw it in the cart with something else that I was ordering, and I, used it for a little bit, and I kind of put it back in the box because I wanted to go ahead and show it to you guys. Now, here is the tag of it. The company is right down there, and I have no idea how to say that name. Ohlmonlyhoo. So Amonlihu, maybe? Small pocket knife black. That's pretty much all it says. If you guys are interested, I'll leave a link to the Amazon page where I picked it up. Maybe you guys might be interested in it. It's a small little box here. As you open it up, you have the knife inside, and it is a tiny little guy. Now, I tend to favor small little EDC pocket knives, so this definitely fits that role in what I like to carry as far as EDC. Just something smaller that it is a little bit more capable. So taking a look at the knife itself, right off the bat, I can tell you this knife was $19.99. It was a sub $20 knife, and that's one of the reasons I ended up picking up, because I knew that even if it wasn't what I was expecting it to be, I was only at $20. I figured it would be good enough to try it. So it is a G10 handles on here. So again, starting off the bat, it's not bad. It did come a little bit scuffed and stuff like that, but again, for sub 20 bucks, I wasn't really expecting too much. They are G10 handles, but they feel a little plasticky. But it's interesting, you have this design kind of through the handle here. So this flat surface at the top here is kind of shiny, and then the little rays on the side here are more matte style. The same thing on the back here. You do have a little back spacer to the knife also. Little lanyard hole right there. On the opposite side, you have a little pocket clip here. The pocket clip is fine. It holds the knife in your pocket very well. It is pretty deep, right, which I did like. So, right off the bat, that was a plus for me. I do prefer deep right clip on my knives. That way they can sit really nice and down in the pocket there. This is a flipper tab right there. So when I flipped it, flipped out really nice. Lockup was very, very nice. It is a liner lock, and it was really, really good lockup, which I was very surprised by. Obviously, taking a look at the knife, as I mentioned, it is a smaller size knife. You have an overall length of 5 inches, so it's very, very small. Here it is in my hand. The actual blade is 2.1 inches, and then 2.9 inches on the handle itself. And it's very, very light, very light. The listing says it's 0.13 pounds. So again, whatever that translates into ounces, it is really, really light. You do have a hole right here, which you can use to deploy it if you wanted to. There is a nice cutout there, so if you wanted to deploy it a little bit smoother, you can go ahead and do that. And the blade shape was very, very interesting. You have this really, really big belly on the blade there. So for such a small little blade, you can, kind of choke up or pinch up on the blade if you have to do something a little bit more intricate. Now, part of the reason why I ended up picking it up, besides obviously the price, was one, it does say that it has copper ball bearings. So it rides on copper ball bearings, which I can attest. It flips out very, very nicely. Now, as far as closing, obviously it's not as smooth. You do have to kind of, close it down. But the other thing is, and I will flip it around here so you see, you guys can see that blade steel. It says it is M390 blade steel. So again, I'm not a big whiz on blade steels, but $19.99 for a small little knife with M390 steel, I didn't really think that would be possible. Now, I read some of the reviews. Again, this is coming off of Amazon, so we don't know if the reviews are coming from somebody that received it or somebody that's just wanting to put a review up there, but they said that it did perform as well as their other M390 knives or M390 steel knives. I don't have that many knives with M390, so I wouldn't be able to attest to that, but again, for $19.99, I decided to go ahead and try it out. It's been performing very nicely for basically what it is. But again, I wouldn't be able to tell you. I haven't been heavy using it. I've just been like opening up mails and boxes and stuff like that, but not very heavy. Just because the time frame when I was actually carrying it, I really didn't have the use for that at that particular time frame. But for every little thing that I've been doing with it, it's performed very nicely. Again, it is really small, but it flips out very nice. And then you do have the hole right there. So if you wanted to do a traditional thumb hole opening, you can. And then you can actually even do a reverse or spidey flick to open. And sometimes, there we go. So, I thought that was really cool. Obviously, for the size, I only get about 3 fingers on there. My pinky is kind of left hanging there. So I will be putting a little lanyard here, maybe just some paracord to just have something to grip around it. But that blade shape for small little EDC tasks is very, very nice. Again, not a very acute point, but as far as slicing with that belly, it slices really, really nice. So if you guys are looking for something small, and that could possibly be M390 steel, I would say, go ahead and check it out. Like I said, I'll leave that link below in case you guys are interested. Check it out, and maybe, if you know a little bit more about blade steels and you can test it or something like that, maybe you can leave a comment to this video and say if yeah, it actually is M390 or it's not. Maybe it's just something different and they just stamped M390 on the blade there. You do have the logo for the company there. Again, I have no idea how to say that, but it is down the blade right there. So if you guys are able to say if it is M390 or not, I would love to hear your feedback on it. Again, it's not a pretty knife by any means, and it does, as far as the fit and finish, it's okay, but it does have a couple little scuffs and stuff like that on both sides, so it's not really nice and polished. But again, you're paying 20 bucks for it. For me, it was the ball bearing, the copper ball bearings, and they call it copper ball bearings, ceramic ball bearings. So again, a couple different things on the listing, but also the quote-unquote M390 steel on the blade, and that's the reason why I ended up picking up. Now, for 20 bucks, I think it's definitely, in my opinion, worth it. Again, it's not, if you don't need it, then I wouldn't say to go run out and get it. But if you wanted to maybe test it out for yourself, then hey, why not? Pick it up, throw it in the rotation. Maybe you can use it as a little backup knife or something like that for your main blade, if you so desire. So there it is. Just a quick little look at this knife. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.